So when it comes to changing the name of K-pop or taking the K out of K-pop and just having it pop, I understand where both sides are coming from, Bong PD's side and the K-netizens, and I tend to agree with both. I don't really see a wrong answer or a wrong reason with why they would either prefer to keep the K in K-pop or take the K away. If I were to lean towards a side, I would say, as someone who doesn't know as nearly as much about the industry as, say, a Bong PD or a JYP or YG, as trashy as YG is, as scummy as YG is, you know, as SM. I would agree with Bong PD's assessment. I would agree with him from the standpoint of he knows things that I don't, and I probably never will. He's been in the industry for decades. The industry is not as black and white as people who aren't a part of the industry think that it is. There's a lot of different things that we won't even know about, but Bong PD knows. He has his eye on the future while trying to honor the past. And I sympathize with what he believes. And then, of course, you have the K-netizens who believe that taking the K out of K-pop is a bit too far, and the K is there for a reason. It is symbolic of the individuality of K-pop, the distinctiveness of K-pop, and it's a cultural thing. Koreans are very culture driven. When it comes to things that they hold near and dear in their culture, K-pop is one of them, as well as Samsung. As my friend Dohee constantly reminded me, he loves Samsung, and he kept saying that we were saying it wrong and that we were saying Samsung, and he said you gotta say it right. Samsung, Samsung. Samsung is pride of Korea. It's a really amazing thing. I really miss Dohee. Oh, my chingu. I miss Dohee. I hope he's doing well. But yeah, that said, I mean, I'm not taking either side. I think both sides have a valid point, a valid stance in their belief of the name being changed to just pop. My only problem with that is not so much the letter being taken away. My problem is what that could mean. What are you going to do to K-pop? How are you going to change it? How are you going to mold it? How are you going to reshape it? Remold it, I should say, right? How are you going to do that? And what's it going to sound like? Because I'm going to be totally honest with you guys, because you all know, if there's nothing else you will know about me from this channel, if you watch all my videos, I'm honest about everything that I talk about here. So I'm going to be brutally honest with you guys. Some of y'all may not like this. Brace yourselves. If you want to take the K out of K-pop, that's fine. But if taking the K out of K-pop means that every song I hear from Hybe or Big Hit is going to be another version of Smooth Like Butter, Like a Criminal Undercover, Hot Like Summer, Making You Sweat Like That, I'm not going to be happy. Personally, I'm going to be disappointed, because that's not how I got into K-pop. I didn't get into K-pop because of Butter, Dynamite. Now, there are some people who did, and I'm not trying to downplay, for some people that's their first experience with K-pop was those songs. And that's fine. And it got you in the door. So that's a good thing. So now you can explore other K-pop groups and things like that. But if every song that comes from Hybe to appease the Western audience, because that's what he wants to do, he's trying to go global. But I have this weird feeling. He's thinking Western-minded in terms of the US, the UK, and things like that. I don't know, because global is global. Global is more than just the US. It's more than just Canada. It's more than just the UK, right? It is so much more than that. You're tackling a huge, huge demographic. So I'm praying that what he's saying is that K-pop will look different in 2024 in terms of how we present things, but the style of music and the way that things are initially presented, MVs, the way things are done, the way we receive it, it'll be the same. And maybe he's talking about deeper stuff. Like I said, he's got tons of knowledge about the inner workings of the industry. Maybe he's talking about the way that things are structured within, not so much what we see, but what leads to what we see inside the inner workings of. Maybe that's what he's talking about. I will probably make a follow-up video kind of talking about what he was talking about and reading over it, but I'm just giving my overall summary. I just don't want K-pop to sound like Butter, Dynamite, Permission to Dance. I don't want it to, I really don't, because you're just taking away how K-pop sounds. And you're replacing the sound of K-pop, the feeling that K-pop gives, the individuality that K-pop gives when you hear it. You're replacing it for cookie cutter, bubblegum pop, songs. And I don't want that. So I'm hoping that's not what he's gonna do. I really hope that he means something else. I hope that he's thinking about all of the K-netizens that don't want things to change that much. And I can kind of agree with them on that. I really don't want K-pop to change that much. The reason why I got into K-pop was because it's different. It's distinct. It is not like Western pop in the sense that the way that it is presented to us with the performances, the dances, the extreme choreography, trainees, well, we could talk about trainee system on another video, but the way that they're marketed, the way that K-pop is presented to us, I don't think he's trying to take that away. I just think that, but that's the thing. I don't know what he's thinking. I don't know what he's really, like, he says it's going to change in 2024. That's a statement of interest and dread at the same time. I have no idea what he means. I'm going to have to read the article. I'm just kind of hearing about it and telling you guys, like, from what I've heard. I'm hoping that that's not what it is, but we'll get into it in another video. So tell me your thoughts. I'm sure you guys probably know a little bit more about it. You probably read into it or read an article or whatever about it, or saw a video on YouTube about it. But let me know what you guys think, because I'm very curious. Is it a good thing that he wants to take the K out of K-pop? Do you think it's a big deal, or do you think that the bigger problem is not so much the letter being taken out, but what the letter being taken out could represent? I think that's the bigger issue for me, is what that means. Like, obviously he stated that it means going global beyond what BTS has done, which you can. I'm not saying it's impossible. You know, there will never be another BTS. That's one thing that I can say for sure. You can't replace what BTS has done, who they are, their impact, all that. You can't replace that, but you can go above that. I think it's possible, but how many years will that take? That's the big question. And Bong PD sounds like he wants to expedite matters. I'm not gonna let it take, another 5 or 10 years or 15 years. I'm gonna start with 2024. So I'm kind of excited to see it, but also nervous. Like, it's a nervous excitement. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments. I'm going to end the video here. Leave a comment, of course, like, subscribe to the channel, Moonlight Antonio. We're going to give you guys all the good content and stuff like that. We have a lot to talk about regarding this, so I might be going over this topic maybe two more times, maybe even 3, because this is something big. Okay, this is a big statement coming from him, right? This is a huge statement from a K-pop powerhouse like Bong PD, with the backing of Hybe and BTS and Big Hit and all that stuff, and all that represents, coming from him, who knows a lot about the industry, more so than I would ever know. This is a huge statement. Nobody else has said this. Lee Soo-man talked about branching out into China because China has all the money. China has all this and that and the other. China. The future is in China. Bong PD is saying, no, the future is in the West and all around the world, globally. He wants to globalize this thing. So I'm all for it. I just hope that he doesn't mess it up and Americanize everything in K-pop, because then it's no longer K-pop. It's like American K-pop. And I don't want it to be that. It's okay to make K-pop songs and then put like an English lyric version out there, but don't make Dynamite Butter songs, please. That's all I'm saying. All right. But like I said, I'm scared. I'm scared for the future. I don't know what he's gonna do. My hands are twiddling. And yeah, so, but that's it. That's all I gotta say right now. We'll go over it thoroughly in another video, but for now, that's it. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more content from your boy. And until next time, it'll be your boy Abe signing out. Peace. Love you guys. See you in the next one. Bye.